What's up, everybody? This is Tommy from Pro Shop, and today I have a very special treat. This is the new Empire Dark Axe by Warped Sportz. So let's check it out. Whoop, don't need that because you're going to be playing. Alright, this has some very awesome milling on it. Comes with stock barrel. This is the normal version, not the Pro edition. But if you notice, they did extra milling on the gun body itself and on the front of the foregrip. So you get not only a new color scheme, which is really cool, Empire get some more colors, but you also get a sweet milling job. It's actually very cool in person. One of the things that you don't really notice is they actually tapered in the back, so when you actually grab it, it feels really nice. It's not as thick as it used to be, so it's really comfortable. Alright guys, I got a couple of question and answers that I'm going to be talking to Walter, so let's go over there real quick. Alright guys, this is Walter, my buddy. He actually was pretty much actually, let me ask you a question. Were you the only one that did this project? Like, did Ed Portman do anything?
You know, I don't think a lot of people know. Like, I am part owner of Violent, and Warped Sportz. Ed Portman is the other half of Violent. Actually, Alex and myself, Alex Portman, Ed's son, took a lot over. I don't know if a lot of people know, Ed has been, battling liver disease for like a couple of years now. He's just finally had operations and so forth. And I actually saw him this morning. He was in town. And he's doing good, but so the last couple of years, it's been myself and Alex that have been really pushing to get things done. So,
all right. So y'all decided to make a new dart gun this year. How much time do you think went into the whole project of actually making this gun from point A to being ready to sell it?
It's a lot of time, just development. Having to, tear the guns apart. If a lot of people don't know either, we're taking stock guns from the factory. We're opening the box up. We're tearing them apart, taking all the pieces apart, getting everything prepped and ready. And we do everything in-house. So we set up the fixtures. We machine them in-house. We strip them. We do everything. The only thing that we don't do is the anodizing. And we prep them and we send them off, get them anodized, and then we get them back and put them together. So it is a pretty lengthy process. The exact amount of time specifically, we try to pinpoint that, but we do a lot of them at the same time. So we tear all the guns. I say a lot of them, but it's not like we made a ton of them. I think right now initially there was only 50 that we made. So the ones out there right now, there's only 50 of them. See how well they go, and then decide if we're going to make more. We assume we will. There's no telling. We definitely have a lot of other projects in line. So, all
right, and y'all made actually two versions of the Dark Axe, correct?
We made two versions. We have a standard edition, which is it has the milled body, the milled foregrip, and the milled frame, and then we have those pieces anodized along with the feed neck lever, and then we leave the rest of the parts black. They were originally black guns. Part of the reason we did that is to keep that gun lower cost. We were hoping that a guy later, if he wants a different style feed neck, he could get a black one. It would match. If he wants to shoot a die barrel or a CP barrel or whatever his favorite barrel is, it would be easy to get a barrel that matches. And then we did a limited number of the Pro Edition guns, which come with the Redline foregrip. We milled the ASA on it. It comes with two Lucky 15 barrels, nano feed neck, and the whole thing is anodized. Now, there's only been a couple of the people have seen, the white one and the doo-doo brown, and also Drew Templeton's guns out there. We're working on one for Damian Ryan right now, and a couple of other ones, that we're going to polish them and do some splashes, and those are going to be very limited. So, we're not going to have like 10, 20 of certain colors in the Pro editions. We'll specifically probably do, maybe 2 of each color. Something like that. So.
Cool. What's your favorite color out of all the ones that you anodized?
The one that was a surprise to me that came back, and I know pictures, God, really can't speak for themselves. But the purple one to me looks really amazing. It looks phenomenal. So it's a really good color. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, a lot of these guns I was taking a look at, like the one you sent me, the turquoise in the picture, it's just not as bright as when you're actually holding it in your hands. So you're exactly right on that.
It's hard. We try different lighting and so forth. Of course, we take the photos ourselves. Maybe it might be a point where I actually, go through and grab some of these guns and just, get some normal background, try and take different pictures and so forth, close up, hopefully get that color out. But it's a lot more vibrant than the photos. So.
Yeah. So what made you guys want to actually make another dart gun this year? Because it's been quite some time since the last one.
I think the last one that Warped and that entity did was we've been doing Planet guns every year, know, and the last one that had like a custom milling on it was the Mark, I believe. Would have been the Dark Mark. And that's been some time ago. Since then, I mean, we've been associated with Planet. If a lot of people don't know, I travel with Tommy here and tech at the PSP and MPPL events for Planet Eclipse. Also a service center in the Midwest for them. But we wanted to branch out and look at other things. And everybody complaining about, custom milling of guns or, private label guns. They're, it's just anodizing, it's just badges, a few things change, so forth. So we wanted to come back with something that was retro is what we had. And, a lot of people look at the guns and base it off other things, but it was based off the Angels, on the breech area where the milling is. That's where the extra meat was on this gun. And it's something we chose to do, just kind of go back to a retro milling. I think a lot of people that have been paintball for a long time can appreciate that. So we like it. I like it a lot. I'm really happy with it, with the way it turned out.
Cool. So what was the reason that y'all picked the Axe out of every other gun that's on the market right now?
Well, I mean, the Axe has been an up-and-comer. There's been a lot of, keys really pushed the gun. Pro teams more recently, with the wins, infamous having the wins and so forth like that. But this actually goes back to PSP New Jersey, 2011, a year ago. Basically, Simon Stevens, a friend of mine, known him for a long time. I met up with him, and he happened to show me, pulled out of his bag, he had the Simonized Axe. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it with the Simon S logo on the side. I looked at that and thought, wow, there's a lot of material that can be taken off. You can do a lot of things with it. And that's where the inspiration came from. After coming back and talking about Simon's gun and having taken a few pictures of it, I actually called Simon back up and asked him if he had any problems if we did something similar. We had to talk to Key and so forth about doing all this. And it's been a process, a long time making. A lot of people look at the Violent Axe trigger. If they look at that video for the installation, they can actually see where, there's a frame that had been cut up that was on that gun that we did the video for. It's taken a long time to finally get to this stage, making fixtures with everything else that Violent is doing, projects that we're doing for other companies and so forth like that. But the inspiration was all from Simon. And, we've screwed some parts up along the way, milled too deep, got ASAs that look really crazy. But finally it came together, and we're really happy with it. So
cool. Well, we just got a couple seconds left, but besides the guns themselves, you also do the Violent series products. So you want to go into detail on what all you actually do in-house to make all that stuff?
To make all the Violent triggers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You actually on a machine.
Yeah, you actually make that.
We actually make it. We actually make it. A lot of people look at the triggers and everything that we do. They're made out of Delrin. They're really lightweight. It has a totally different feel than aluminum. Companies out there that try to take an aluminum trigger and strip it down to nothing are still way less than that. So I mean, we basically everything's done in house. The way we do the finish on it looks a little different. For some reason, people think maybe we injection mold them or do something else. No, we actually machine them, do a finish process on them so they're not so shiny or where you see the machine marks and so forth like that. And we do all the assembly and packaging. Everything's done in-house. So True 100% made in the USA for us.
Cool. Well, thanks for spending a couple minutes to explain everything about the new axes coming out, and you want to tell people where they can get them at?
Can they get them from you, Tommy?
Well, also from you too.
The main place to go, if you're interested in looking at the Dark Axe or looking at some pictures, I'm sure Tommy here is going to do a review of his. You can go to Warped Sportz, WARPEDSPORTZ.com, and check out all the guns available there. Real-time inventory, whether it's in stock or not. Some of the guns, I think, are close to being sold out of certain colors. And I think we're also going to bring some new colors in here shortly, too. So,
cool. All right. Well, thanks, Walter.
Well, not a problem. You keep up with all the cool videos, man. I know you definitely have a following. So, kudos to all the good work you do.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you at World Cup.
All right. Thanks. See you later.
All right. Thanks, Walter. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and we will make sure to answer them for you. All right. Thanks.